I'm training, so I can swim in Canada. Yeah.
Okay, it is 4 o'clock on Tuesday, November 19th, and I'll call the Community Hall Advisory Committee meeting to order. Approval of October minutes is the first item. Anybody have any changes or any?
I make a motion that we accept the October 2024 minutes.
Okay, second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Did good, Eileen.
She gets a check before she.
Okay, are there adjustments or additions to the agenda?
Should we add the emergency shelter?
I
Just start to-
was gonna mention that right after public comment. Is that, well, we
Right.
can bring it up now, that it's
No,
not,
but we could just have to add it.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That is the request from the North Hero School about emergency shelter. And actually, why don't there, since there's no public to do public comment, why don't we do that right now? And we have to, as far as I can figure out, and Tracy, you were in on that discussion, what we need to do is just make sure the paperwork is in place. And the only, we're not gonna vote on it now, but I just would like a consensus that we'd like to move in the direction of the school being able to use this for emergency shelter if necessary. Does that, anybody object to the school?
Not a
Okay.
bit.
So we'll go ahead with the paperwork, and I imagine we'll have to vote on it. Maybe, we don't
I'm
know
gonna
what.
look for what. we
Yeah, we
had,
just need to
'cause
look at the
I think it's
paperwork.
important that we're reciprocal too, that the town can use the school.
Yeah,
Mm,
So
Yeah.
whatever we
Okay.
have to do on both ends.
Yeah.
Did you say you talked to her?
Yeah, just now, because
Oh.
we meet in the room adjacent to her.
Did she mention it?
Yeah,
And-
but she just, that's all. She didn't like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I just said, hey, I'm on that committee.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh,
Okay.
but we're all in
Don't-
agreement. We just have to
Yeah.
make sure that
Right.
the paperwork is right. And I will email her and tell her that.
Yeah.
That we met, conceptually, everybody's good. We just have to check the paperwork and make sure it's right, and we'll vote on it at our next.
Well,
meeting.
don't say that.
Or,
Just-
okay,
Yeah.
make sure the paperwork's right, okay.
And then
Okay.
can you ask her too if she received any information from the Red Cross
Okay,
after all the meeting time we spent with her?
Okay.
With them?
if she's received any communication,
Yeah, because, and we filled out the town filled out an application, but on that same day, they were going to the school.
oh, okay,
And they took measurements and, because they have to deem it too.
it's suitable,
Yes.
okay,
So,
okay. And, okay, and then at some point we'll get in touch with,
yeah,
okay,
I'll look in the morning, late at night and see if I can find the.
okay. The other thing I just wanted to bring up is the front door, what was wrong with the front door, do you know?
So.
It's the inside,
The inside door, so library came to have a meeting and they couldn't get in because it
Because
was
that-
locked. And it locked,
automatically,
well, yeah, and
Yeah.
they couldn't unlock it.
okay.
So,
Oh, they had to put take the lock
Well,
out,
yeah, Dion had to come and redo it
Okay.
all.
Okay.
It's very similar to what happened to the back door. So I think we're all set with that.
Okay. Okay. And the only other thing under this is, I just wanted to mention that, the final paperwork for the grant for the projector, has been turned in. It's been 2 weeks and I haven't heard back.
Good.
Tracy and I worked on it, so I'm assuming it's good. A few days after I sent it in,
Yeah, yeah.
she did email me and said, I need this, and I sent it to her.
Oh, perfect.
So, and I haven't heard back since, so I think that
Good.
grant paperwork is all done. Okay. And, next is financials. Did people get a chance to look at the financials? what I mainly look at is there's the current year expenses.
Yeah.
And we're at 24%.
Yeah.
So that's the figure, and we're what,
Or
a third of the way through the year? So
looks
I think we're doing all right
Looks
as far
good,
as
yeah.
two quarters,
that's
right? Two
concerned.
quarters? Yeah, almost 2 quarters coming up.
Yeah, right. The
Yeah.
first of the year will be 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're doing all right on expenses. The thing that I get questions about is when the budget is shown in the negative.
Yeah,
And that is on, I don't think I printed out the paper, that's on fund balance. Yeah, what it is, and what I tell people is, it's okay, because we'll be getting money from the trust, and that will bring us into alignment. We hope. I don't have to, we hope.
Yeah. get us back, get that back.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
And Lisa has control of that all now, so we.
Yes.
we Changed it all over to her and.
And so that's, and the other thing I wanted to ask under financials, do you think we should meet one, because there've been a couple things added to that since we talked. We're gonna get down to the garden maintenance in a minute,
Oh.
but do you want to get together and just review that final one?
That you took to Lisa?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
should do that.
Just before,
add the-
before it goes to the select board,
Yeah.
there are a couple things. There's a maintenance agreement.
Yeah,
For the electronic
right, we didn't have
equipment,
those numbers.
right, and there is the garden maintenance.
Yeah.
And I think those are the only two changes
Yeah.
from what we've
What we
done.
already, roughly, yeah.
So we'll just,
Yeah, have a look.
On the garden, maintenance, and did we accept Mama?
well, we,
No, we
that's,
just-
we can get to
Okay.
that when we get down.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a proposal from her.
Yeah, I know.
I think we put in a sum of money though, when we were building the budget,
Oh, okay.
just.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
didn't-
yeah, yeah.
When,
All right, I don't mean to jump in.
Yeah,
okay, but when we were building the budget, we used the figure she gave
Mhm.
because we thought that would be a ballpark figure for whoever did it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that figure's in the budget.
not necessarily for her.
Yes, yes. Yes. Do you have anything else on financials, Tracy? Is there anything you wanted to
Anybody else?
bring up? There's, that's what I was looking at. Yeah.
It's been very quiet, but we've had some kind of, we had one guy came in for a meeting that kind of very unexpected, and so
Okay.
that was great.
Has the calendar been helpful to you on the website?
No,
Okay. Is it, do we need-
I had her shut it down,
Oh, you did,
Oh, my.
yes, because,
but it's in the general calendar when it's being
yes, but
used.
they haven't put what I've asked to have put on there, so I told her, I came over after I tried to go through should we talk about this? Are we in rentals?
We are, I think, yes, let's go on to rentals. We're done financials, so we talked about the budget, and we can go on to rentals.
So when the new website came up, I went in to see, cause it said rent the hall.
Yeah, yeah.
So every single day was open,
Oh,
Mm.
it
like
wasn't trans,
all day long,
No, it wasn't getting automatically put in.
for all the meetings.
Ooh.
And then anybody can go in and reserve it.
Oh,
And then you pop up and get a resident discount. And you can pick to choose, pick the different amenities.
yeah, chairs and tables and
No,
equipment.
But it has the potential to be something we could use, but we are not there yet.
Okay,
So at this point, I had her just shut it down and then cause it was election stuff and I said,
Right.
we can meet
right.
and go over that. Because I couldn't see how that was gonna help us really. way it
Well,
was
the
set up.
only thing I've been saying to people is check the town calendar
Yes.
for availability.
Yes, and
Okay.
so, yes.
Yeah, okay,
And I think that's the thing to continue to say.
okay.
And she,
okay.
she shut the link off. And I think, maybe I was thinking of talking to, Parks and Rec too, because their stuff is all on there. And to do it the same way, like go in
Yes,
and, I mean, I can understand why they set it up the way they did, given the documents they had. But the way we do it, I think is more personal, but maybe it's
Mhm,
not
mhm.
necessary either, but.
Yeah, but also Ingles gets rented maybe twice a year,
Right.
so that's a little different. Okay, so that's
So,
being worked
Yeah,
on.
and so the request, this was the one I tried to add or had them add and it hasn't been added yet. So the North Hero, you know, the Dwayne
Cormier.
Cormier dance, they requested the hall again for March 22nd with cleanup on the morning of March 3rd. And of course,
And they take care of the cleanup and the,
yeah, and they've asked, of course, because we voted last year to do it for no money, because it all goes towards the fire department.
uh-huh.
I was trying to find, I don't know, if she reached out to me. Anyway. Yeah, the Grace Edwards, so, yeah, I'm auxiliary using the community hall for annual dance in memory of Dwayne. The calendar looks good, 4 to 10:30-ish on the Saturday, and then, they'd set up at 5 and then clean up on Sunday.
Okay.
We weren't charged for the use last year and hope that remains since it's a fundraiser for the fire department equipment. Please let me know at your earliest convenience. So probably should.
I think if we did it last year and it is a town event, and yeah, I think we should do it. Do you want to, do you want to take a vote on
I
that?
think so, yeah.
Okay, a motion to waive the charges for the volunteer fire department dance.
I
on
make
March
such a
23rd.
motion.
Okay,
Second.
the second,
All
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
right, and the next one, I copied how this came out because I didn't want to describe it all. It's nicely described in the email.
oh, yes, yes.
So this Nicole reached out about, doing this screening of this drama.
Yeah,
Let me let you read it first.
I read it, and then I think 7 Days had an article about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
so I've read about it. Oh.
Okay.
So it took me a while to reach out, so finally I went through their website, so she responded, so the first one is her, Nicole's response with more additional fees.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I shared that with Caroline, because I was working with Caroline to share it with the Historical Society. So then that's Caroline's response to Nicole's response. I initially reached out, I was thinking that we wouldn't even charge. You know, that it would be just an event between the Historical Society and the library.
yeah,
We
yeah.
Have a program in March or April,
Yeah.
and then the money kept getting more and more. But I know this committee has with the projection system and stuff. And,
Why is it so expensive?
well, he's pretty famous.
It's when you get into stuff like this, it gets
Yeah.
very expensive
Yes.
fast, yeah.
I don't live in 2024. I live in.
And I don't know, I think I went on, this was applicable link, this one down here, Kingdom County Organization, Lost Nation. So if you
Uh-huh.
click on that, you can find out where they've been, because I'll check that first, make sure they haven't been close by, and
Uh,
how much they were charging for tickets.
So what, how many people do you think this would draw here in North Huron? I mean. with
Well, that's why I
the-
was thinking, I think Carolyn's idea about doing all the libraries.
Or, and historical societies too, right? Couldn't
Yeah,
We do,
yeah,
we could
yeah.
do that too.
Yeah, but the only one that's really active is South Hero.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of budget, I mean, Alberg is too, but, so,
I'm sure our Lamont
Yeah.
probably doesn't have extra money in
no, that's
the,
the thing, like, not that we do, but, you
Yeah.
know, one of our goals or things is programming, so.
Um,
yeah. So what we're looking at is 500. 50% of, how much are the tickets?
Well, they range from 10 or 15 seem to be the going rate.
Okay.
He suggested 15, but I think, I don't know, that might be. Might be a bit much.
What's the population drop to in the winter time? I should know that.
600.
600.
600, I thought it was 800.
Well, there's 900 voters, but they don't know. Well, maybe it is 900,
Okay. well,
yeah,
Okay.
but, I mean. I was just trying, we were trying to do something, cause like Caroline, those two. Library presentations they had, no one came.
Hmm.
So, you know,
Yeah.
that's heartache. They
Yeah.
bring the person up,
Oh.
they pay for the person to get here, they do the halvesies through the humanities and no one shows up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Which, I missed that, which presentations was.
Well, there, I can't remember, but there were two different ones, that programs through the Vermont Council of
And they
Humanities.
brought people here to do
Yeah.
presentations. That
Yeah.
is helpful.
So, you know, being all these organizations are small, it's best to work together.
Yeah.
Tracy,
We've been talking.
Yeah, I was
Please don't
just
let it-
looking at that.
You had a bug on it.
You have bugs in your hair.
I think I got it off.
You don't know why. I was out making sage bundles, so.
It wasn't a ladybug. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
And this is
Hmm.
potentially for February?
No, I'm thinking March or April.
Oh, okay.
I don't know which would be better. I think we're probably gonna have, who comes in March, who does it? Guns, oh my God, Ducks Unlimited.
Oh, okay. The guns.
It'll probably be on the 15th or the 29th, and we don't have, I mean, we basically have to either do. We did think about a Sunday matinee. So maybe we wouldn't have to pay for overnight, like do it Sunday at 2 o'clock.
That sounds nice.
But we'll have to do it on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday, because the building is, have used all.
Yeah, yeah,
April, but March, probably. I guess.
probably. So
His,
if,
his April's all completely open, so.
so why don't we shoot for April? And I like that idea of a matinee. Nobody's doing much in
Yeah.
April anyway, that they, you know, they'd be out on the lake or anything. Yeah.
So are we I'll proceed with, Caroline reaching out to the other libraries and get
Yes.
as many people as we can. and,
Yep, yep.
Maybe this committee can help with setup and.
Um,
whatever.
Do you think it'd be worth asking other historical societies
Yeah,
if
oh,
they
yeah.
wanted to sponsor it with us?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll just have to work out, if it's, $500 and 50%?
And whichever's higher,
Oh,
so I don't know what.
Okay.
500 or 50%?
Whichever's,
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
we've done that with the hall before. So if we had 150 people,
it'd be,
$10, it'd be 1,500,
Yeah.
and $100 for mileage.
yeah, so we'd probably be better off just to. Oh, he probably wants.
Do you have to set that up ahead of time?
Yeah, I wonder, yeah.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure, yeah.
But if it's, you know, wouldn't be bad.
Or best offer?
I mean, I'd like to not, from a historical society perspective, I'd like to not charge so much, maybe a donation bucket or something, but.
I was just
I
gonna
don't
say a
know.
donation bucket would probably be good to have.
And then,
And just get people here and use the system and present a program.
and if it's under 500, if the donation bucket is under 500, we would. The community hall committee or who would make up the 105? I mean, the 100, the
Yeah, I think
500.
we'd have to just share the cost,
Okay,
share the cost of whatever
Yeah.
it is we do.
um,
That was the intent when I reached out to Carol, like it would just be the two of us, the two groups, but then not understanding how much, how much more there was gonna be,
yeah,
and I don't know if the North Hero House is open, so he could stay there.
well, if it's daytime, maybe he could drive back.
Well, didn't it say about
I know, yeah,
if we opt for an evening screening?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not, I mean, we could do afternoon on a Saturday too. Totally, either.
yeah.
Yeah, people could still be home for dinner and. All right, well, I'll keep working on it with Caroline, if everybody thinks it's a good idea.
I think it's a good
Yeah,
idea.
I like it. Yeah,
Talking again, date wise, we're talking.
Probably April,
Be back.
yeah,
I wanna make sure we can see it.
I'm thinking April.
Um,
As nice as it was last April,
Yeah.
people might be up and checking on their places.
good
Yeah.
point. Hope it
um,
is.
Yeah.
And I think even nominally, if we get other groups involved, that'll just cast a wider net
Yeah.
to get people here.
Yeah. And see and also to,
I-
the
See what we
system,
have,
what
right?
we have,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but that's kind of part of it too.
Okay,
Okay.
that takes care of rentals?
Yeah, so we only have two so far for 2025.
Okay, but that, I'm
Three
sure
will-
April, that
yeah.
will start in May,
Yeah.
that'll start picking up.
Yeah,
And we talked a little bit, next item is the budget, and we talked a little bit about that. And I guess I got out over my skis on that. Does anybody have any additions or subtractions? And, Tracy and I will just kind of review that and make sure that it's ready, and I think it is, I think
Yeah.
it's ready to hand in. But we'll just do a quick review and make sure it's ready to send
because we
off to
didn't
the
see it
select
after
board.
Lisa reworked it. So the group.
I
hasn't
haven't
seen-
done it,
Yeah,
yeah, and I didn't print it out.
yeah, no.
Where does it stand in comparison to the current budget?
It's like 4% less, is
Yeah.
it?
Oh, wow. Good,
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, because we had so much in for the janitor,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
hasn't
yeah,
turned out to be so much.
yeah.
great.
So yeah, which I was really glad to see because, a lot of the committees are coming in over and with the recent tax
Hmm,
increases, the select board's very nervous about coming to the town
understandable.
with,
Yeah.
with an increase.
Mhm,
Okay.
Okay,
What I will do when Tracy and I review that and get it, what looks like its final form before the select board, we'll just send around copies
Yeah.
to people, so you have it. Okay, that brings us to Narcan.
It's Narcan.
Can, oh God,
Yeah.
I've been mispronouncing that this whole time.
Is there anything in maintenance that needs to be moved?
Windows.
So it sort of depends on what we want for container. I mean, we can get all the Narcan we want, so to fill it.
Did they provide that?
Yeah, the state
Provides
provides
it,
it,
yeah.
yeah. And we got a big delivery of it.
Oh,
So,
wet rescue, when you say we,
yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
rescue, no, it's okay.
Grand Island Rescue. So, there are a couple of different choices, and of course, one is quite a bit more expensive than the other, but I mean, you can get if we can attach it to the building. You can get something like this that would go outside the building, that just can be opened and people can take Narcan out as needed. That's something that would need to be attached to a facade. And then, of course, there's the expensive person. That costs, it's basically $60. Then there's this,
Who maintains it though?
I suspect rescue would maintain it.
The rescue would.
Yeah.
And
It's
if it's,
not that big a deal. I mean, you just check on it. I mean, I check on the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
I check on the Narcan container.
and if it's
Actually, come to
available,
think of
like,
it, I'm due to check on.
if it's just open and available like that, has there been problems, do you know, with?
Well, it's the same problem as you'd find anywhere, any.
Yeah,
And
actually, if
It-
somebody
so you
takes some to
don't
have
fill
on
it-
hand, that's not a bad thing.
no, it's not a bad thing
Yeah.
at all. I mean, we leave stuff behind at homes. We have packages that are put together with like an instruction card and naloxone. Narcan, and we leave it behind when we see that there's somebody who's at risk. If we visit any home.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
so it's, I mean, this stuff is, it needs to be out in the public.
Uh-huh.
Can I help? No, I'm just frozen. Oh, are you?
Patty, is this,
So what you do is you don't fill it with like 500.
Yeah, yeah.
You put in a handful, and if somebody comes by and needs it, you hope that they don't take all of it. Maybe they do, but that's why you don't fill it all the way to the brim.
Yeah.
This is the other container. It's a standalone. And this one is quite a bit more expensive. It is, I just had it, it's like $400 or $500.
I like the $45 one.
Yeah, I know, the $65 one.
The 65, yeah.
This one's, $4.99, yes.
Yeah.
So this is, and it's a standalone. It's one of these jobbers.
Yeah, no.
is the
Yeah.
purpose, is the purpose of this to make it available so the community can stock itself or be there in case somebody needs it?
The
or
second.
both? The
The
second.
second, yeah.
How do we pass this on to the
I mean,
community?
it's
How do we?
something that can be put into the Front Porch Forum, it can be put
Okay.
into the Islander. It can be put on the North Hero
Mhm,
Town
okay.
website.
Okay.
You know, honestly, if you've got somebody who really, really needs it, and they come and they take a half a dozen of them, or 10 of them, or whoever, depending on how many we decide we want to put in, then, you know, it's better that they do that than that they OD and die.
Sure, oh no, I'm not against it, I'm just trying to, what's the
And
purpose?
I mean, like I said, we can get Narcan, you know.
Who pays to stock it? To put the Narcan in? Narcan.
What do you mean, who pays? to
Well,
stock
who
it?
pays the expense for the drug?
Well.
We would?
We have received it from the state. It is my understanding that the state of Vermont is supplying
Supplying.
towns
Okay,
with
okay.
it. We got a sizable box.
Oh,
that-
okay.
You know, I think maybe we start by putting like, you know, a small amount in, see how
Mm-hmm.
it goes. And if like all of a sudden you see that it's being, I mean, there's nothing else you can do with Narcan other than reverse an overdose.
Mhm.
You can't get high off of it.
Uh,
It doesn't do you any good unless you are,
overdose.
In need of
overdosing.
it, yeah.
and somebody needs to give it to you. Because by definition, you're probably out of it at that point.
Mhm.
Is that a
Um,
nasal spray? Is that what it is?
It's a nasal
Okay.
spray. Oh,
Hmm.
shoot, I have one in the car if you want.
But
me to-
no, that's okay.
Where else are they located? Well, where else in?
Grandel's gonna put a holder of sorts. I suspect they're gonna have the same reaction as we did to the cost of the different kinds of containers.
So at the town office?
They're gonna put it, theirs at the town office, I believe.
I was just wondering if the fire department would be a better
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
place to put it. Emergencies, you know, where
I don't know, we
emergency.
talked about it quite a while.
Uh-huh.
I can bring that up.
Have you
Either
talked to
way,
Lisa and Corinne about it? How they feel about it?
sorry,
Have you talked to Lisa and Corinne and asked how they feel?
I
about it?
have not. Corinne tends to say things to me like, well, that's the community halls.
Right.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
So,
But even so,
Yeah.
they're the one that are more greatly impacted by
Yeah.
things that we do.
because they're here.
Those are here.
They'll get the questions.
Yeah. Where is it? How come
My-
it's empty today?
Right.
And I need it.
My tendency right now is to think that should the fire department
I agree.
do it instead of the town hall.
Are you saying you'd want to maybe have one put over here at the station or?
At the North Station.
Nurse station.
That's so decentralized though.
Yeah.
See, the whole idea of community hall is that it's great because it's central. And I don't know, if you're down, say,
Nice point.
yeah, thank you. I didn't want to name
Yeah,
a street. And somebody gets in trouble, that's kind of a long hike. That, yeah,
Yeah.
personally, I think having it centralized is the better idea. But I get what you're saying about like fire, but the fire station, it's so remote and it is.
But I live up there and I never see any activity
I'm-
around that. I mean, it's like, I didn't even know there was a fire engine in there.
It's kind of like.
Someday you'll know, because they're gonna have a new building.
Main Station, it's not like.
Yeah.
You drive into South Hero and it's like South Hero Fire and Rescue,
Yeah.
that.
It's a garage.
Not really well identified. This place, everybody knows. I don't know, I'm not gonna be the end all.
If I'm leaning towards the fire department doing it because of their connection to emergency and emergency response. If they want to do it on their own, I mean, I have nothing to say about it, but that would be fine. I'm just wondering what kind of blowback we might
There's
get.
not gonna be anybody at the fire station, I don't think, there's nobody manning it.
No.
Yeah,
So
no.
there's no, what is the advantage of having it? at
No, I
fire
was saying
station?
they could.
No, but I mean, if we were to do it up at the North End Fire Station, what do you see as the advantage there?
That they're seen as more of an emergency service than the community hall. I don't know if
There's
that
nobody
may
there.
not,
It's.
that's just my
unmanned,
opinion.
It's like, it's kind of in no man's land. and
Yeah.
It's not manned,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Have other communities done something like this? Is this
Well, I mean.
a new event? That's not the
Well,
right
it's a
word
new
for it.
That the state is giving it out to
Okay.
other communities, I'm pretty sure.
I'm just curious what reaction has been by other communities if it's there. I'm not against it, but I'm wondering what happens if somebody needs it and they come down here, the box is empty.
Well, then the box is empty because somebody else took it. We can only do so much.
Oh, no, I
We could-
agree.
I mean, we
I'm
could
just
still- we
curious.
could put, let me just see, there's
I'm
a
not-
thing here that says
No, I'm
quantity.
not
but
against
that
it.
Puts them at risk too, to people who are in here, in the
Yes,
building.
What do you
Yes.
mean?
If the thing is empty or. I don't know how people use it and what
Okay,
their
so-
situation is when they're needed.
So
and-
somebody coming to get Narcan is doing it in order to save somebody. They're not likely, they're not tripping or whatever. I mean, I can't speak for every situation, obviously, but more often than not, or it could be a mother because her son is on the couch and, is tripping, or husband or wife, and not tripping, I'm sorry, but is not breathing properly because they've OD'd on an opiate. And it's not, I don't see anybody seeking Narcan as being a danger to somebody. They're trying to help somebody. And this is Narcan is something that reverses the effects of an opiate, and the effects of an opiate is that you're out of it. You're not high and flailing and screaming and everything at people. You can't breathe anymore. That's the problem. It suppresses your breathing. And if it suppresses it enough, you stop breathing and you die. But if you get Narcan, it displaces the antagonists on your blah, blah, blah. Anyway,
Yeah.
it basically it brings you back.
Mhm. If someone goes into an OD state, how much time do they have?
Oh, that all depends.
I mean, it's not breathing, so you've got 6 minutes or 4 minutes. There are a lot of
Yeah, it's
factors
hard to-
involved.
The other thing, it's hard to tell sometimes if somebody's still breathing.
Still
or
breathing,
not.
yeah.
But if somebody's not breathing at all, I mean,
Limited
time
time.
is muscle,
Yeah.
and time is brain.
Yep.
So like, I think, I don't know, like 4 minutes or something.
4 minutes normally
Yeah.
on something like that,
Yeah.
6 at the max, I think. They're not breathing.
Yeah, you've probably got,
Brain damage
Yeah,
if you go to
yeah.
6,
Yeah.
right? I'm sorry, I'm getting off track.
No,
here, but
that's
I'm-
fine. That's
I'm-
fine. Well, that brings up something, even if somebody knows it's here, do they have time to?
That's what I'm thinking.
well,
Yeah.
it's better than
Yeah,
not having it,
Yeah.
you know.
What do they do now? What do people do now to get it?
You can get it like in CVS. What's that? Yeah.
You can call 911.
You
Right, but
can
I,
call us, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, in 5 years, I've never been called
Huh.
for,
overdose.
Really?
this stuff.
Huh.
No, we had one overdose that was completely inadvertent. Somebody overdosed on their prescribed medication. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
was. It was someone you would never expect, it was someone who never abused any kind of street drug or anything. And the only thing that helped that person was Narcan. And that's in 5 years. So it's not like there's a run on it. I will say Grand Isle has a bigger problem than North Hero does. But just in terms of like, we
Well,
know
there's
that
more
there's
people.
stuff going on. Well, there's more people and we know of stuff going on. We don't get called to it, but we know stuff going on in Grand Isle. I've never encountered a situation like this in North Europe, but I mean, if it's a question of having it and being able to save somebody or not having it, and it's possible somebody goes to Grand Isle and their thing is empty and they come up to North Hero and take some but then it's all just to save somebody's life.
Mhm.
This doesn't do anything for you except
Yeah.
save your life.
Yeah, so it's not a risk for people taking it or unless they're taking it to have it
No,
on hand.
if I
Yeah,
do this,
yeah,
it's not gonna
yeah,
do anything to me.
Um, I would like to, I haven't changed, I'd still like to see the fire
fire
department
station.
do it. And
When you say
if-
the fire department do it, what do you mean by that?
have the dispenser. I would,
Do you mean at Oman or do you mean the North End?
where they
they
think
decide.
Where
best,
they think it's best?
but I would not object to it being here in town.
Okay, I can talk to Mike.
I'd also like to know what Corinne and Lisa feel because,
Yes.
you know, and I wouldn't want it on the front of the building.
Put it in the flower garden.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
But
know.
wherever
I
it is,
just-
it needs to be published, it needs to be publicized where it is, so that people know how to get it.
And I would think being a place where people would see it and it would register with people that it's available, they've seen a dispenser and they know where they could get it.
Yeah, I mean, we have a real problem in Vermont
Yeah.
Yeah.
with overdose
Oh, yeah.
deaths.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, really big problem, I mean, we're not Rutland, we're not Swanton, we're not.
Yeah.
But still, if it's gonna help somebody you want, because if they don't find it, they're gonna call us maybe, or maybe not. And not everybody necessarily will know what to do if somebody, say a parent isn't necessarily gonna know, they come home and their kid has OD'd. I don't know, I mean,
They're not gonna drive here and get Narcan, though.
well, maybe they would if it were publicized that we have it. I mean,
Well, and not in the
it's all
moment.
gonna be situational. I still think that they'd be more apt to call 911. But anyway, maybe, yeah. But it's still, I mean, it is a public service to have this
And
available.
what would be the difference of you have a box in the town office
Is that in the town office, it's not accessible 24/7.
for 7? Like the COVID test,
And I don't think people want to walk up to a counter and say. "Give me the
Mm,
Diet
Right,
or
right. No, I'm
Point,
just
yeah.
thinking out loud, get a sense of,
So would you be willing to check with Mike and then if the
and
fire
Lisa and
department?
Corinne.
Yeah, and Lisa and Corinne, and if the fire department turns you down, let's have another discussion.
Sure,
Does that sound okay?
yeah. I can
Sure.
do that.
Part of my thinking too is if people are in trouble, they would think fire department rescue before they would community hall. But even though we're being, the location would be advertised. I was thinking Heroes Welcome,
Okay,
they put it on the
but-
wall there.
But add this to the mix. You call 911.
Yeah.
You get put through to Shelburne Dispatch. Shelburne Dispatch tones us out and hopes that someone is available in Grand Isle. We're a small outfit. 95% of the time, somebody is available.
Yeah,
There are
yeah,
cases that
Yeah.
need to get deferred to South here or whatever. The clock is ticking.
yeah,
You've got X amount of time before the person who's OD'd isn't gonna be savable anymore.
yeah.
You know, I really think we should do this. I think you're talking a lot of time, whereas if it is known in the community that we have this available, you're gonna get help quicker.
Uh-huh.
And, but right now, like you said, you know, a family member, a mother or whatever, so say I am that person that needs the Narcan. Where do I get it tomorrow? If I need it for my child that I know is in trouble
Mhm,
and I wanna have Narcan on hand wherever I go,
okay,
where do I get it?
well, you would, if you had really no clue and you didn't know where
No,
to
I don't
start.
have a clue.
Okay, then you call
I really
probably,
don't have a
then
clue.
probably you call your primary care provider and you ask, where can I get this stuff? You could also call CVS, Costco. It's free over the counter. You can get it.
So I can walk into CVS and
You
say I
can.
need Narcan.
Yeah, and there are parents who keep it on hand at home.
No, I'm
because
sure,
they
but
know
I'm
that
just trying to get,
Yeah.
understand it. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't have a.
I will say the other thing is too, Narcan is fast acting and fast dying. So, and what I mean by that is the drug dies off, I mean, it's fast acting, but it doesn't last long. So you often, if you're in
Oh, you need
position, you may
multiple
need a second
doses.
dose
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you don't mind doing that, it's my opinion that that fire department is a better,
And I think a commitment from Grand Isle Rescue that they're gonna man it
yeah,
and
yeah,
make sure
Yeah.
it's full and or half full or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Lisa and Corinne,
yes.
so those three things are also,
You know, I'm in total agreement with it, should be available easily to people. But also in here, if somebody has to drive here to get it, drive back home
Mhm,
or whatever,
Mhm.
I wonder about how much it'll be used.
what do
But
you mean?
that's, I also saw in,
Wait,
in
I don't-
a news item that ODs are down 14%
Yeah, it
this
is
year.
going down.
Yeah, yeah.
OD deaths are going down.
Deaths, yes, yes,
That's what
yes.
Narcan-
Deaths.
Probably, there's an
Yeah.
argument, exactly. So
Right.
let's hop on that bandwagon. Yeah, okay. And you'll let us know.
Well,
Yep.
sorry.
Okay.
Um.
Which brings us to, I'm expecting that someone,
they didn't last year, so.
we didn't last year?
No, we did not.
Oh, but we
Thought it was
should.
part of the, you know, I don't know what I thought it was a part of, but
Oh, okay.
budget, town, north, you know, select board,
With each committee usually writes a report.
right.
Yes. And that's what I was thinking about. And, I would be glad to write something up, run it by you, run it by Corinne.
Yeah.
And
Committee.
it's not that big a deal. It's limited to a page, I can imagine, but I think it would be good just to update. The use of the hall and, yeah,
Projections.
The projections there.
Yeah,
Got some
yeah,
things
yeah.
to talk
Go
about,
go
Yeah,
through the
sure.
minutes, and that's usually what I do when I'm reading
Okay.
them.
so I don't think we need to vote on that, but I will go ahead and work on a report. I can look at some in the past town reports and see what they're doing. Okay, next is library book sale.
So, Caroline reached out and to us to say, do you want it to be here? Do you not want it to be here? At the hall, and what are you thinking? So I went down to talk to her to see what, you know, she was thinking, and she said they have a lot of bookshelves down there in the basement
Oh,
because that's where it was.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So one of the things that I don't like the way it looks.
It looks like a yard
It
sale.
looks like a
It does.
constant yard sale.
Yeah,
But I think that. I mean, they have several different types of bookshelves that, but part of the thing was being screwed to the wall down there. Didn't hold them up, but I think we could probably get like 4 along, the wall facing heroes and then the wall in the
Oh,
town
yeah.
office. And then somebody came in today that frequents it and told Corinne, well, I have a nice chair and a lamp,
Oh.
And she's had people wait out there for waiting for.
Oh,
food
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I think, and I asked, but talked to both of Lisa and Corinne to see the impact of them, what it means for them.
Yeah, yeah,
And they both said that they see people at it all the time. Some people come just to go to the book sale. So it is, a lucrative thing lucrative might not be the
Yeah.
right choice of words, but
A
it
money
brings
maker.
them money and
Yeah.
they have a small shelf. No one can go downstairs there anymore. You can't even, if, you're able-bodied,
yeah,
they can't allow you to go down there.
yeah.
No. So,
I think it has to do with ceiling clearance. for
Kieran
what-
and the access.
Yeah, yeah.
So they bring books up now and again and they have one shelf there and tell everybody to come here.
Yeah. My feeling is if we put up bookshelves there. And it may not be as many books as they have now, but
I think if we took 4 of the shelves that they have,
Probably be
Yeah.
more.
it'd be more,
Yeah.
and I think people, because they're not laying on a table.
Yeah,
stacked
yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
Falling over, that
Yeah.
people might be more inclined to,
okay,
take it out, look at it, put it back where it goes kind of thing, and not have all the boxes.
yes, yes,
Like that, so
Okay.
I'd be willing to work with her and that, I mean, I think Tracy would have to. Help us bring the bookshelves down and affix them to the wall and all that, but
okay,
maybe we could do that after the holidays.
yeah.
Stuff.
I don't think don't need to vote on that, do we?
I don't think so, it was a matter of,
No,
you know.
that'd be nice and, I bet we can, if we get a couple chairs.
Yeah.
We can do that.
and then, the table that's down there is all broken on the top, and it just doesn't look,
Yeah,
it's not warm and inviting. when
Exactly.
you walk into the town office to see that all there.
well, let's think about that. I have a coffee table
Mm,
that
Yeah.
the Durso.
Yeah,
Like the benches out here.
yeah, that's what, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be willing to put that to put, to give donate that to use down there if they want it.
All right.
So, yeah, just conceptually, I think they should do it.
Yeah.
Let's just make it look as nice as we can.
So we don't need to vote? We'll just
I don't think
keep
so.
going,
I'm in favor of
We
it.
already voted to keep, to have it here, so.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I'll continue to reach out to her.
Okay,
And
okay,
probably not until after the holidays.
yeah,
Nothing until
Yeah.
after the holidays.
yeah. Which brings us, Patty, you're up again, brings us to solar.
Yeah. Well, I am chagrined to say I have not followed up with other grant proposals, but the one that I sent everybody. From the, Vermont Arts, what was it, the Arts,
Council,
thank you.
sorry.
Senior moment there. I mean, it sounds like we're a pretty good fit for them. The deadline for that grant will not be until the spring, May 1, she said, and that would only, I mean, I asked Patrick if he would consider being part of like brainstorming about this, and I spoke with Nathaniel. They unfortunately, to put the solar panels on Heroes Welcome, they used Wayne. I know. So.
Who did? I drove by and I was gonna write it down and didn't, the South Hero one, that was just done.
That was done. Patrick told me who that is. Oh, Green Mountain Solar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that, they look better, and I think that's also a metal roof they put them on.
And we have a,
We have a metal
Metal
roof
roof,
that,
okay,
well, we
I
have a
can look-
standing
I can-
seam.
Yeah,
I will
More
check
so.
with Green Mountain Solar and find out. And I thought I actually, no, I'll reach out to Folsom and ask, what that cost.
Maybe
And
we
then
should
I'll
just have
just
them
keep,
come and do an estimate.
okay,
I mean,
That's free, right?
that's
the
free.
estimates are always free, yeah.
Just to have even a sense of.
I-
it's
I-
gonna
What are we
cost.
looking at?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet we're talking at least 20,000.
That's my house was 20,000.
Your house was 20,000?
It's gotta be more per year.
Yeah, yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of different grants.
Yeah,
Gonna pay for that.
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah, which my guess is we'll be drying up before too long. Grants available for solar.
Oh, I know, it's not like it was like
Good
10
point.
years ago, they were begging you to put it.
Yeah.
in.
I know.
Good-
You know,
I know.
We'll pay you
Wait,
to
I didn't
let
think
us,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, there still are a lot of grants out there.
yeah, yeah.
I would just love to know how much, what the
Okay, I'll talk
estimate
to Green
is.
Mountain Solar then.
And I thought that looked better than most.
Yeah,
It's a different system.
Which building, Tracy?
Folsom
It's
Library?
the library.
Oh,
in South
okay.
Hero.
Okay,
And it was, they were putting it on when I came back.
yeah,
They had it on. you
Yeah.
know, So you
Look
could
at
see
it.
the before and after,
Good.
but it.
this building just has such a perfect.
Yeah, I know.
It
perfect
does,
room
it's
for
like,
it.
it's begging. begging.
What, did you talk to Kevin and Nathaniel?
I talked to Nathaniel.
Did it,
I went straight from our meeting.
yeah,
straight over
are
there
they
and-
happy with theirs?
Yeah, I think he gave me like a timeline of when it would
Pay
pay
for itself.
for itself, yeah.
Yeah. Which is,
For a
It was
while.
like,
That's
it
why
was,
we
yeah,
didn't
it was
do
gonna
it.
be in
I'll
years,
be
not
dead.
months.
Yeah.
So, but, more like 5, not 10,
oh,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, my house is about 80% solar. And I'm getting bills now this time of year that are like $30,
Mhm. We have it too, and. our-
And
our
then,
bills
and
are
and then
low.
in the summer with the air conditioning
Nothing.
going, it's, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, and that's I think it's around a $600 a month expense here. For
Yeah, it's
electricity,
expensive.
It was 700 something when you read it.
Oh, okay,
At the last
okay.
meeting,
yeah,
and that did sound like a lot, so, I
Um,
mean,
And if they upgrade all the computers, or, well, maybe it'll be better,
yeah.
but
Still,
Still is-
the budget has 7,800 for electric. Yeah, 7,800. If we could save 7,800 a year,
that would be nice.
yeah. And pay for a lot of it with a grant.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think that the town will be coughing up any money
No,
for it.
no.
With the
It's-
water
it's like
department and with,
inducing To think about asking for more money. for
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Our select board chair is kind of tight.
well, we've got, 2 buildings to build. so-
Oh, I know, exactly. And the water
And a
system.
water system.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have. these
Okay,
guys
so
ready.
if we know dollar amounts,
I'll get them to come up and do a thingy,
yeah. Do you think it would help to get a couple of estimates? Cause
yeah, so I asked Nathaniel, so since. DC Energy is no longer.
Yeah.
He said that one guy who used to work for Dwayne. Went off to work for another company.
Yes.
He couldn't tell me what the guy's name was, but he said he'd get it to me. I can find out.
he lives down the road from me.
Oh, you know who it is?
Yeah, yeah.
Who is it?
His name is,
It's on the tip of my tongue.
yeah,
Oh, you know too, everybody knows.
he lives in Janine's old house.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie, no. that's-
But I've been doing some work
Island?
with, building energy in, in Williston, which is an energy company, a fairly
What's it
large.
called?
It's called Building Energy.
Building Energy?
Yeah, and they do it, they have an office there and one in White River. And it's a medium-sized company, but they do lots of energy stuff, solar, heat pump, they're putting heat pumps in for me. So
Okay,
that's,
so. I
so
can talk to
I'll
Dan,
just,
I'll talk
and
to Dan.
I'm gonna see them in a week or two, so I'll just mention it to
Okay,
them and see if they're interested in doing an estimate.
Okay, and if they are, just give them
I think Sunrun went under, didn't it?
I don't
One
know.
of them went under.
Yes,
I think,
Yeah, was
I
it?
think it's Sunrun. I
yeah.
feel like it's the one that was at Costco. all the time,
Oh, right,
but I don't know if that's true.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
But that would be, I think, if we could somehow work. that, good thing to do.
Because they can tell you in the estimate when you could realize
Exactly,
because that's the key part of it.
Yeah.
You know, how
yeah,
many
and we'd
years.
need that information if we
Yeah.
apply for grants,
Yeah.
okay? Um. Okay, thanks Patty for doing all that, all that work. And the sign outside?
Sign, he got waylaid a couple weeks
Yeah.
because his car bit the dust, so we had to go purchase a new one and. It was, you know,
Yeah.
that's not an easy thing to do these days, so it's almost done. He's got, Jess Berger is redoing some of the stainless steel parts where it hooks
Is that
in.
the guy in Albert?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
And then what he's epoxying or however he's,
yeah,
that's 48 hours, so I'm guessing within the next week.
great. The Historical Society sign
Aren't
looks
they
really
beautiful?
nice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
he did 5 different signs there and
Yeah.
amazing,
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah. okay,
Yeah.
so that would be good. And the piano,
So I met, so Island Arts wants the big piano and,
Really?
well, yeah, we've been in talks with them before we.
Everybody's getting it?
No, not yet. They need us to hold on to it for the spring because of the roof
They're
and
doing
all
the
that.
oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So the guy was here from Ralston Pianos in Plattsburgh and went all through it and, you know, it's in very good shape and so
Okay.
on and so forth.
did they want that
Did who on it?
Island Arts to make sure it was in decent shape?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, and he comes and, tunes them and maintains them even when they rent one.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they're renting one
Okay.
to have there. So the big thing is what you do to it in the winter. So I know there's Island Arts, it's their issue.
yeah, yeah,
And we don't need to worry about that, but to have it out of that space would, you know, because that's.
free up that space.
And, you
And
know,
when was the last time we used that piano?
Island Arts.
Yeah.
So it was given to us, so I think, you know, the only.
We're
good
giving it
thing,
to them.
Pay forward, yeah.
It's still in
Good.
community service, it's
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
yeah,
all
I like
of that.
this. That's
So,
and we have that one in the back.
well, so while he was here, I said, you got a few more minutes? And so he went up and looked at it.
Yeah,
And he said, it's toast.
Oh. geez.
oh,
So we need to get rid of it, not even sell it. He said, do not sell this piano to anyone. It was, the pin block is just about to go, and that's the part that holds all the strings in place.
oh, okay,
He said it's about 75 years old. And it was a very cheap piano to begin
oh,
with,
okay,
so,
And that again was a gift.
yeah, that again
Yeah.
was a gift, so I think we can move forward to remove it some way. He suggested that when they come to move this one, that they take that one, but I don't know how much it's gonna cost, so it might be just easier to maybe work with Tracy and
oh,
apart.
take it out
Apart.
piece by piece.
Sawzall.
and, you know, get rid of it.
Yeah, you know, I would feel differently if, keyboards weren't so good now.
Yes.
That if somebody
Oh.
needs
Yeah,
a
that's what
piano,
we have,
they, huh?
that's all we have.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
husband does.
yeah. yeah.
And I think that, you know, initially we felt some. What's the word? You know, allegiance to the family who gave it to
Yes,
us.
yes,
But when he looked at it and, you know, it's sat up there and hasn't even been played, so it's degraded just by being up there.
And I think. Yeah.
Yeah, played with, exactly.
yeah,
So to have him, that expert, come and say, you know, it wasn't anything great to begin with, and it's had repairs. He noticed repairs on it, the hinge on the thing is gone,
yeah.
so,
Yeah. I, do we need to take a vote on that or,
I don't
because
know.
I disposing of assets?
Maybe.
Or liabilities, should we say?
We carry it on the books.
I don't
We
think,
probably don't because it was one of
it's,
those.
that's not part of the,
Yeah.
I remember,
Part of the inventory was the grand. I don't know if the little.
I don't
book's
think
on.
so. I don't remember
So.
seeing that.
It's not,
Um,
it's not on the books. I don't
No.
think we need to
Uh-huh.
dispose of an asset by a vote.
okay,
It's like a
so
bucket.
let's talk to Tracy if, um,
It's another thing that can wait till the, and maybe we
exactly.
can have a
And
little.
if they can do
Take apart
something with it when they come to move this, and it's cheaper for us, cause we probably will have to pay. If Tracy can't do it,
Right,
we probably will have to pay for somebody to
right. So
haul
then we
it out.
might have to vote because it will,
Different, yeah.
and I don't, I think it'll be costly.
Yeah.
I think it would be easier, just maybe we have it take apart a piano party some Saturday afternoon.
We can put it up on the stage and.
Have a bonfire.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
and
right.
oh, maybe that's even better.
The great ice.
Seriously. The wooden pieces, sure.
Yeah, good
They don't
idea.
do sacrilege, though.
No one will know. Well, now they will.
Now they will.
That's a good idea, though.
That's a good idea.
Fundraiser, you can buy it from it for a donation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a,
Yeah.
We actually bought a live tree this year that we're gonna plant in the yard, so we will not be able to contribute to the.
Okay, that brings us to the next, which is the garden maintenance. And I have a formal proposal, which is 2,500 would mean spring cleanup, April mulching, pruning, fertilizer, weeding, monthly visits from May to September, weeding, trimming, deadheading, fall cleanup, removal of all garden debris and mulch and fertilizer.
Mm.
and not watering.
Not what, the watering is not mentioned.
Ooh,
And I know
is
for
it,
a
it's
fact that,
so a perennial garden, correct?
yeah,
I know for a fact that, the master gardeners water very regularly.
Watch her do very regularly,
Yeah,
yeah.
what?
I
Well,
did talk to Matt. Matt's not interested in doing it on that kind of a. Matt's
and you
here.
talked to
I
somebody
talked to Natasha.
and she's not
Rainville.
doing it.
She is solidly booked out for the whole season.
And this is under 3,000.
Yep.
So, yeah, oh, and,
So that's 2,500,
yeah,
so there's 500 still left over?
well, no, I mean, if it's over 3,000, then we have to get select board.
Oh, I see,
approval.
okay.
But the other thing is, Lisa asked me to check if she had, workman's comp, and she does. Because she does the library.
Yeah,
So anybody who does business with a town like that has to carry workman's comp. So, she does have that,
Tanya does.
Tanya does.
Tanya.
The
No.
watering.
Is there a hose somewhere?
yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is,
Sure.
it wouldn't be that much. I'd be willing to donate soaker hose.
But you can't get it across the,
But, so all you have to do is somebody, and I could do it once in a while, somebody once in a, where's the
right
outside?
here.
Well, all you have to do is hook up the soaker hose and leave it on for a couple hours.
Oh, okay, not leave it all.
No,
separate.
no. I think they do have those that are computerized, but I was just thinking the soaker hose, and if it's dry,
I don't know, how do they look though in that?
they're
garden?
under the mulch.
Yeah. you can see.
It's just like a,
I know what it is,
Oh,
but
okay.
I just was concerned about how it would look.
under the mulch.
And then
When,
across the two,
oh, I
the
didn't think
two
about the three
planters.
beds.
It's, I mean, I'd be willing to come a couple of times and water if there's a hose. I just,
there is
I-
a hose. They
I
bought a
didn't wanna
hose.
have to
Master
carry
Gar- the
big-
town bought a hose for the master gardeners.
is there Is there a nozzle or something? It must be a nozzle or something.
Everything was there. I assume it's probably still.
I mean, it's not
Should be
that
put
big a
away.
garden. It wouldn't take that long to
No.
water it. I mean, if it's like a once a week deal, you know, you
well-
could get some people to rotate and
I'd
just,
chip it and do some rotation.
And I'd come a couple times this summer easily.
Sure.
we could,
See what
we
you-
could set up like an ad hoc
schedule.
kind of schedule and just say.
And then if it rains, you don't need to
And if it
come.
rains, you don't come. And I mean, would it need it more than once a week? No.
Yeah,
Once a week.
and that would be
No,
if
and
it
you
didn't
just
rain
pay
that week.
attention to it, if it, you know, if it's 20 days
Right,
with no rain.
Right,
it's-
right.
Yeah,
That does not sound like a big
Um,
deal. I'm surprised she didn't put watering in, given that there is a hose.
She
I mean,
might not have known
how
it.
frequently, so how frequently does it say that they come for like weeding?
she'll come monthly. Once it's spring cleanup and then monthly maintenance from May to September. Weeding, trimming, deadheading,
Right, why can't it be weeding, trimming, deadheading and watering?
watering.
And then we take, and maybe we do it on the other weeks.
Through
Um,
September or to September?
Um,
Cause they didn't even cut, it's not ready to be cut back and they cut it back
let me
More-
see,
like too early.
The master garden should,
Mhm,
really?
yeah.
maintenance
It
from
was,
May,
it was cut back before the holiday.
well, she says
Before
May
Labor Day?
No,
to September.
October.
She's probably, I wonder if she means through September.
I would hope so. September is still.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's a big month for Flora. and-
Yeah.
And a lot of that out there, it's beautiful.
Oh, no, then she has fall cleanup, October fall cleanup. So the maintenance would be May to September,
Okay.
and then the fall cleanup would be October.
You know, it might be worth a question to them, you know, would you, on the days that you come for the monthly maintenance, would you also throw in watering?
Okay,
And then we could do it on the alternating.
okay, Then- since it looks like there's not anybody else around in the area that's gonna be
Should
doing
we
it.
put out a
Would
thing
we-
in Front Porch Farm?
Ooh, that's
We're
a good
looking
idea.
for somebody
Just water.
to maintain the gardens at the community hall. From September, you know, from April, no, May till October.
Yeah,
As a
but that
volunteer.
would be like
Yeah,
a,
well, no, even a business,
To pay for
even
it?
a business.
Okay.
Say.
well, I was gonna say, I would like a professional person to do it.
Right,
Eh,
no, that's what I mean,
Mhm.
we're
Okay.
looking for proposals for.
Okay,
So not just somebody like a you and me.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, and somebody might be just starting out, too, I don't know.
Who's in the area that does gardens?
Maybe there's
Tanya?
some we don't know about.
I know.
That's what I was hoping by doing, or just have her do it, and then, I mean, the library always looks nice, I don't know,
Who
does the library?
Anya.
Yeah, she does.
Cause I inquired when I went there, 'cause I know driving by and noticed how lovely it looks
Yeah.
around the building and under the trees, you know,
My inclination is
just do it.
Just
do it because she's a North Hero resident. We know she does good work. She, in this, I don't have a lot of gardens, but in the spring, she comes and puts a couple inches of compost down for me and weeds, does a beautiful job. And then all I have to do is just kind of maintenance over the summer and it's, you know, having that heavy work done, works for me. Okay, well, do you want to? I will make a motion that we accept the, proposal from Mama's Gardens. For 2,500 for yearly maintenance. And I will check with her if she will water when they're doing the maintenance. Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I will get in touch with Tanya then. And before I call Tanya, I'll just check downstairs and make sure there's nothing I missed.
Yeah.
From that. Okay. Google Doc.
Google Docs. First off, I apologize. It's been about
Oh.
4 months, but
You have a good excuse.
I've been sidelined, so. But thank you, I appreciate the understanding.
Uh-huh.
So I started to dig into this and I'm familiar with Google Docs through the nonprofit that I have. We use it. But as I got into this, I thought, there's something that doesn't feel right with the Public Records Act, and I was concerned about that because of how you share information, what's out there, can the public get to it, all of that. So I talked to Corinne. It exists. They use Microsoft 360. And other committees are set up on it, other boards are set, does everything that Google Docs would do. She has the license for it, so it wouldn't cost us to do anything. I just talked to her this afternoon. I met with her and she's basically got us set up when she started to load all this other information in. She said, I'll come to your next meeting and give you a walkthrough and show you how to use it.
Oh,
It's there. And she said, it's all
Microsoft programs.
all
So
Microsoft
that's a
programs.
lot better anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
In my
so,
opinion.
no, I agree with you. I
and you
agree.
can post documents
You
there.
can post
So if
documents.
we have a folder, we could post.
Yeah.
The documents we're working
We
on.
can share, you can edit, you can do everything that Google Docs does. And you can, so when you upload, it goes to everybody on the committee, you get an alert that there's a new doc in the folder, you go, you can see it.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So-
Even beyond one document, editing, somebody else is on it at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
See that the other person.
You see what they're
Yeah.
doing in real time.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be no sense in reinventing the horse or the wheel. Thanks. Have her come and give us a presentation
Yeah.
if you're interested. I think it's a solution that
And I think
exists.
we could find ways that we could do it.
Use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds great.
Okay, so
You'll
whenever
ask her to come to the next meeting?
next meeting, I'll ask her to come to it.
Okay.
She already offered, so I
Oh,
know she'll
great.
do it.
Great. Okay, and probably because the town operates that. If there's any freedom of information stuff or anything like that, everything is right there.
It's right there.
And just
Yeah.
people are aware that it's public documents.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I had down, next I had, I'll change that to 360.
360.
365, I think,
Okay.
isn't it? 365.
365, right, sorry.
Okay.
I said 360.
Mike.
365.
I was wondering if we needed to meet in December, because our meeting, it gets pretty close to the holidays. And
Mhm.
we have budget done, is there anything? What's people's feeling about that?
I'm fine, let me. I am too.
That would be-
That would be it would be the seventh, we are scheduled to meet the 17th. Do you want to skip that meeting
Okay, so-
with the proviso that if something comes up that we need to decide? Okay,
That's fine.
and,
So puts us up to,
yeah, and I will
oh, yeah.
check with Corinne. We canceled a meeting once before
Mhm.
and I had to post
Yeah,
that the meeting was canceled.
yeah.
So I will take care of that.
January
It's 17th,
17th,
December.
December,
December
yeah.
It's canceled.
is canceled.
Is
and so
canceled.
the next one would be, We had-
January.
the third,
Yeah.
it's the 21st.
21st, we do
January
21st, because we're the second Tuesday,
No, third.
third, first, yeah, third. Okay, so yeah, that would be the 21st would be our next meeting. And if anything comes up
February 18th.
that we need to decide on, we'll meet. Or maybe we could do that by Zoom or whatever, if it's a short agenda item.
I am going. Like the next day or 2 days after that, I'll be gone for 2 weeks, but that's not a big deal.
Did we, I haven't looked through the minutes, but maybe somebody will, did we vote on an amount of money for the signs ever? Went way back when?
Not that I can
I
recall.
don't remember. I know we had discussion, but I don't
Yeah,
think we voted on amount.
I don't think we did.
So that, I don't know, that might be.
What is that?
Oh, to get Kenny paid,
I
okay.
feel like we did, but can you?
Right.
put some in there for me?
What's the address?
I feel like it's
What's
way
the
back.
address here?
Oh.
What
I don't
number?
know.
Like $4,500 comes up. This, but maybe that's the first, that's probably the first one, the one on the, out here.
I'm sorry.
I don't know the
This
numbers.
sign out here, we must have voted on, that's probably what I'm thinking
Yeah.
about. But I don't know if we ever put money in.
No, because I got I got a quote on it, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
And we never, and
We didn't move forward.
yeah,
It's
I got
the way
one,
I
I
remember it,
no, I
yeah.
got one quote from the guys who did this sign,
Yeah.
and then I got another
Second
quote to compete.
Yeah.
And that quote was really, really expensive.
Yeah.
And then we never went any further. What's the address?
3541
Three,
Okay,
five, four, one.
3541.
US Route 2.
Yep.
Okay,
So we
then
may have to do something with that.
we may have
Get
to
him
do
get-
something to get Kenny paid.
Right.
Okay,
Maybe Zoom it or whatever.
okay.
I ordered the LED lights for all the candles, but they don't work. And I don't know if it's because the candles are older,
Oh,
so I'm gonna do a little more research.
okay. We have.
I mean,
Hmm.
we have enough to,
16, but they're like
no, it's
20,
like 48.
40?
No,
Oh, downstairs.
38, yeah, I think there's 38.
Oh,
So anyway, I'm working on it.
okay, okay. If you need some help putting them in place
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
whatever, just
Absolutely.
call and,
Yeah, we usually try to do it.
I just ordered some and,
Well, they're C7s, but you know, they don't,
they don't thread in to the,
well, they do, but then they don't make contact
Make
the same
contact,
way.
do you have any idea how old the candles are?
Yeah, about,
Are they antiques?
well, they're not like the real old ones. But
Yeah.
They're, I mean, we've had them since 30 years, maybe, I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, okay,
Yes, at least 30 years.
okay.
And then I was looking around to replace them,
And,
and that's expensive too, so I don't. And, you know, they're nice because they're all spliced together. So, you know, so like here,
uh,
there's two candles and they've been spliced.
Oh,
oh, yeah.
they're all
yeah,
ready to
yeah, yeah.
get
So-
loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll keep working on it.
Well, and if we, so we might have just a quick agenda for December, which would be,
Fine, and,
sign and candles.
well, not even can't, because we already voted to do the bulbs,
Yeah,
so. You know, I
okay,
can't
you get
re-
different
I-
bulbs.
I can get reimbursed, I'll have to send those back.
Okay, okay.
And we might have to go this season without LEDs in there, but.
mhm. A motion to adjourn?
Can I just ask one other
Yep.
thing real quick? So the event that's going on 6th, 7th and 8th in December. I'm sorry if I've like totally forgotten this, but are we doing some kind of a film or something here
No.
as part of that weekend?
No.
No? Okay.
Well, it
I'm
looked at
dying
this.
for us to do it. Some kind of a, you know, April movie. I know. Look, I've already gotten a response
Yeah.
from Mountain Solar.
A motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second, Dean seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye,
Aye.
okay.
Green Mountain Solar thanks me for our interest.
I had a very liberating experience last night. Let me see, let me end this.
Love to hear about that.
Why? Oh, here we go.